A bit of standing Pilates just to remind us about posture, maybe releasing the back a little bit and just thinking about how we move safely and effectively. I guess a lot of people are doing a lot of working from home and seated, so we'll stay standing and just do a bit of work here because we haven't got very long. So we're going to plant the feet, spread your toes, make sure you're not rolling in or out, and then stacking all the way up, slide the shoulder blades away, lift the neck, roll the shoulders. So you're not eliminating your natural curves, but we're just working with them with a nice heavy tailbone. And then from here, we're going to push and roll up through the ankles and lower down. And I've tried this standing in the supermarket queues. You can practice, nobody notices. Well, they did, and a few people started copying, which is great. So up and down, very light heels, and let's add the arms, palms to the back. And as you lift, you keep the shoulders down. Inhale through your nose, exhale really lightly. Lift and lower. You could do these quickly or slowly. You can pause. You could put your hands on your hips and make it feel like it's more of a strong, dynamic movement there to really warm your calves up. You can do what you like with that. Keep your hands on that pelvis, soften your knees. Remember that pelvic curl. Isolate from your knees and your hips. Tuck under, just release that lower back. Come up to a nice strong standing position. And then we're going to exhale, we're going to work the spine side to side, so stretching out, but still keeping that long back. Keep the head balanced between your shoulders. Keep the neck long. Push. You can make it feel stronger on that exhale. Push. And again, you could add a pulse if you want it to feel stronger again. And you could take the fingertips above the head, but makes it very strong through the spine and the core. So you've got that option there. Bringing the arms down. Just taking the feet underneath your hips, spreading your toes. So let's get the back a little bit mobilized. We're going to tuck under, push the back up, open the back, squeeze the glutes, and add your heel lift. So you can flow. You could keep a really shallow knee bend, or you could go wider and deeper. Push your weight back. Listen to how your knees feel. Open up the back. So we're not curling and crunching and hunching. We're keeping the back open, the shoulders down. We're mobilizing. It feels like we're lubricating between the discs. Push, open out. And then from there, bring it back to a safe position here and hinge. I'm just doing a few standing classic things, nothing fancy. Again, slowly up and down, push through the heel, the big toe, the little toe, push your heels into the ground. You could go deeper, you can hold, you could add some little pulses, but you think about that long spine all the time. Push the arms up. So often the slower you go, the harder it feels. Holding a position, you need to breathe into those muscles. Push back, feel the slight stretch to the back of the legs, and squeeze. Walking the feet back in. Hands on that pelvis, keep that pelvis steady. We're going to peel a leg into our prancing ponies. Lift, just stretch the back of the leg and keep the back long. Push, push, and then we can mobilize again your hips if you're sitting a lot, working from home, not moving around much possibly. The hips will get very stiff. So we can just open them up there. Woo! And then we can keep into our Pilates position and we can make it a little bit stronger. Just work on one side. Push, push. And then you can change sides. And again, you can do lots. You could do a few. Keep standing tall. Good. And bring it down. Turn the heels to the back. Soften your knees. And find that roll down. So really listening to your back, head and shoulders weighting you down, tipping your body weight forward, folding forward, And trying to count yourself up. Try 6 or 8. Resist the urge to zoom up. Really tuck, stack, roll the shoulders, use that middle finger sliding down your back. Find your best posture. Okay, so to get the spine rotating a little bit and a little bit more stretch into the back of our legs, still continuing that standing option. Hips are square, you've split your legs into hip width apart, slide the shoulders down. We're going to lift up and squeeze through those glutes, and then we'll do bow and arrow. So fingertips in line with your shoulders, push, shunt the shoulders gently back. You're going to, I've got my left leg in front, we're going to slide to my left. Inhale, exhale. Really enjoy that movement through the spine and the chest being open. Take your head nice and regally with you. And then you could try Cossacking your arms, or you can take them behind your head. It will feel a little bit stronger. Try not to pull the ribs up, keep them low. So whatever your option, but the left hip, my left hip, really push it forward. So give yourself that stability to work again on the exhale. Good. So again, you can do as many as you like for those. So we're going to just find that nice stretch. So hands on your hips. Lift. I'm going to look at you, but you want to be looking down and push back. Square the hips. Push the right hip forward. Push your left hip back. And up. Push. And up. Good. On the next one again. You can do as many as you feel like you need. Release. Open the back of that left leg. And you can roll it up, and you could do some balance here while you're standing here. Hands on your hips, or bring them up to your temples. Lift and lower. So nothing new, just some basic, classic little Pilates standing moves. Squeezing the glutes. Good. As many again. You can come up and down. You could take your arms up. Think about your posture. And then push back. Folding from the hips with your long spine. Fold, 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 fold. Bring it back. So you can change legs. So think about being stacked with all those bony joints, hips and shoulders. And you're going to go on the other side. Exhale. And again, you could keep the arms closer to your body, or you can feel that you want to pull up. So really anchor down. So from the waist down, you're strong, pushing through the ground. Think about taking care with the spinal rotation. Again, as many as you want to do. Make sure you keep nice form. You can then do the stretching. So you come forward, and if you want to make it feel stronger, try taking the arms right up to the ears. And as you come forward, you keep those arms close to your ears. It makes it way more challenging. Use your glutes and your tummy muscles to come back up. Really keep the spine long, and then you can do the balance on the other side. So you can have your arms up, you can have them down, but we're not rocking. We're really working the feet, pushing up, lift, and lower. So from there, we can take the legs back into our hip distance apart, roll the shoulders, turn the palms back so that your front of your hands facing forward, so we can work into the back muscles. So push back into our hinge, push through these inner thighs, knees over second toe, really feel long through the middle finger to the back of the body, back of the back, lift. Squeeze, come up, and this time squeeze the glutes and extend. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Should feel quite nice to move the back. So you could do one of these, you can do about 3. Push up and lift. If you want it to feel a bit tighter, you bring the feet in, but make sure everything's aligned. Or you go wider to be generous around the hips. But really feel the mid-back getting involved in this action. You're initiating it from the shoulder. not your fingers. And press. So as many of you as you want, bring it back in. Walk the feet back in, roll the shoulders, just release that and find that tall posture. And leave it. Okay, so to finish the standing work that we've been doing, I'm going to just mobilise the spine a bit more, and then we're going to do some stuff slightly broader, slightly wider, slightly more challenging perhaps within the thighs. So taking the feet under the hips, let's just think again about loosening up and releasing the spine. Take the shoulders down, palms face forward. So this time we're going to come down and we're going to push up, and we're going to add a bounce. So you might find this feels really nice, or you need to go slow without the bounce and control. So down, just working through the feet and the thighs. Lift, push. However you're here, we're going to just find that tip from the hips. We're going to lift the sit bones, we're going to hold the elbows. And again, you might just want to just hang here. Hands to the floor, you might just want to push through the back of the legs or both together. Whatever you're doing down here, use the weight of your head and shoulders. Make sure your spine, which is under a lot of force in this position, the lumbar spine, is really happy with you doing that. You've hinged from the hips. Count yourself up into a much slower stack position than I'm going to do. And then take the feet wider. So feel that pelvis, heavy tailbone, stack the front of your body, slide it down. Feel those inner thighs engage. So we're just going to work fingertips to the temples, and we're going to push and stack, push and stack. So feel that tailbone dropping away and the front of your body lifting, push, push, push. So you can work here, you could add a pulse, you could make it deeper or more shallow, and you could always bring your arms across if that feels a little bit less engaging. We can take the arms out to the side and lengthen. Feel the side of our bodies open out again, really nice if we've been sitting a lot. Find that movement. Pushing through, maybe turning the head, looking out beyond that knee. Keep that pelvis stacked, bringing it back in. Press those palms together, push those elbows out. Slide that tailbone back into our sumo squat. Spread those toes. Again, you can go deep, you can go shallow, you can breathe and hold, or you can stay down and lift. So you're keeping moving, or you maybe count yourself down here and push, push. So you're definitely allowing that long spine to slide back, so the back of your glutes coming down in line with the back of your knees, the weight is off, push, and then bring the hands to the hips again. You could do loads, you can hold, breathe, just make sure you're breathing while you hold positions. Find that tailbone, lift the spine, and then work rolling the heel up and down, keeping the body still. And you could do 10 left, 10 right, or you could do sets with both. You could hold up and you could add a little pulse. Make sure your knees are happy. Feel that inner groin stretch. Decide when you've had enough. Push yourselves up. Turn the toes slightly in. Hold those, clasp those hands, squeeze those shoulder blades together and fold from the hips. Bringing it down. Walking the legs out. Take the hands across, I've got them out to the outside of my right leg. I'm bending my left and straightening. Pulling across, feeling that nice groin stretch. Pushing into the ground. Again, as many as you want to do, but it's a moving stretch. Push and stack. Push and stack. And when you've done how many you want to do, you can roll it up, walk those feet in. Slide the shoulder blades down, hold your pelvis. And then if you want a little bit more, I'm going to run out of time, you can add some nice slow, and you can extend leg lifts, challenging that stability there. Placing the feet down carefully, standing tall. See you soon, hopefully, everybody.